Over 2 million people live in Riverside County without a local news perspective. Until now. Spirit of Innovation, bringing you the need to know and good to know local regional county news, creating community and inspiration for business and residents.
Hello, welcome to the first episode of Season 4 of Spirit of Innovation, local magazine-style news and information brought to you by nonprofit JDS Creative Academy. I'm Mia Dignan. I had so much fun guest hosting, and I guess I did a pretty good job because they invited me back. And big news, I'm now the official host of Spirit of Innovation. I'm so excited and happy to be here. In today's episode, it's that spooky time of year when Spirit of Innovation investigates the spirits of Riverside County. Our annual paranormal segment is coming up. We also look at how the county utilizes a revolutionary strategy to maintain a plentiful water supply. And we bring you all the good to know that's happening in our community. Now for need to know news and information. Mayor Maryanne Edwards presented Temecula's State of the City on October 14th, utilizing the city's 2021 theme, Temecula Cares. Mayor Edwards summed up city achievements and future plans. Some of the highlights included the implementation of free Wi-Fi at city parks, the ongoing rehab of 7.4 million square feet of residential streets, and the construction of new bike trails and bridges. To go to the city's website, temecula.gov, to learn more. Menifee held their State of the City address on October 21st. The presentation's highlights included the city's $484 million investments in infrastructure and traffic improvements, a jobs blueprint planned, and business growth initiatives. You can get caught up with all that's happening at cityofmenifee.us. Wildomar residents, you're free to attend State of the City is November 4th at Marna O'Brien Park. Get more info at cityofwildomar.org. Last month, the City of Murrieta approved a variety of major improvement projects with a budget of approximately $64.4 million. These include a new North Amphitheater parking lot adjacent to the Town Square Park Amphitheater, California Oaks Sports Park pool deck and equipment repairs, and an expansion to the police department building. Riverside County will soon see benefits from a new state COVID relief program aimed at micro businesses facing barriers to accessing capital. These small businesses include those owned by women, minorities, veterans, and individuals without documentation. Applications must be submitted by November 18th. In other COVID-19 news, California Public Health recently announced that all available vaccines are authorized for booster doses. A Johnson & Johnson booster is recommended for those 18 and over who received their initial shot at least 2 months ago. Pfizer and Moderna boosters are suggested for people 65 and over, and those 18 and older who live in long-term care settings, have underlying medical conditions, or work in high-risk settings. 4 Riverside County public health vaccine clinics offer Moderna and Johnson & Johnson vaccines free of charge and are located in Lake Elsinore, Indio, Temecula, and the City of Riverside. Additionally, 4 more teams rotate through neighborhoods that are hard to reach or have asked specifically for a vaccine clinic. Currently, more than 90,000 Riverside County residents have received their second dose of the COVID-19 vaccine. COVID-19 information updates regularly as CDC recommendations are released and county numbers change. Visit the Riverside County website at rivcoph.org for the latest information on cases, hospitalizations, deaths, and vaccine news. Riverside County is no stranger to drought. This year alone, we have seen record levels of dryness. But because of investments in our water infrastructure, sound planning, and a conservation ethic, that has become standard of living. Water experts believe Riverside County is well prepared for what the future holds when it comes to our water supply. Dams and reservoirs have long been used as part of the state's water supply infrastructure. But groundwater banking is a revolutionary strategy, offering many positive benefits. I spoke with Joe Mawad from Eastern Municipal Water District about this innovative program.
Water banking is a water resource management strategy. You're putting away water in the local groundwater basin when it's available, when it's plentiful, so that you can then utilize that water when you need it in periods of drought or dry conditions. We at Eastern just completed construction of a large water banking facility in San Jacinto. It's a replenishment basin that will allow us to import water into the region from the State Water Project, and when that water is available during wet years or average wet years, we can import that water and essentially store that water underground.
As far as the benefits of water banking as opposed to dams and reservoirs, what would that be?
So dams and reservoirs, as well as water banking, they're all important components of a water supply strategy. However, in our service area, water banking makes a lot more sense. We provide service for a fairly large area, and there's no natural watershed or body of water where we can potentially dam up that area to create a reservoir and capture the limited rainfall that we get. The other thing to consider with water banking is because it is underground, you don't have the evaporation of that water versus a surface reservoir.
In what ways will water banking help the residents of Riverside County?
We are always looking at capturing state funding, regional funding, even federal funding where we can, and that we construct these necessary systems so that the residents of Riverside County have access to that water during drought, and we're able to construct these facilities at reasonable cost. There's also a number of other local supply projects that we're investing in. Currently, we're finalizing construction on our third desalination plant. That facility treats brackish groundwater into potable water. We also are advancing what's called our purified water replenishment program, where we're going to take a portion of recycled water and purify that and then recharge that water in the groundwater basin as well. All these investments are critical to allow us to mitigate the impacts of the drought and the statewide water supply conditions that we're facing.
Earlier this year, Governor Newsom declared a drought emergency throughout 50 counties in the state of California. He recently extended the drought emergency to the remaining 8 counties, including Riverside. Let's work together to make our water last. Visit our webpage for tips on how you can save water around your home. Riverside County is known for its sunny skies and gorgeous hiking trails, but we have received reports that when the sun goes down and darkness fills the sky, strange and unusual things happen. The region is so steeped with history, it's no wonder there are many tales of the unexplained. It's October, and this is when the SOI crew takes a peek into the world of the paranormal. We sent Spirit of Innovation reporter Roman Hill out to dig into these stories and see what turns up.
It's surprisingly easy to uncover scary stories here in Riverside County. Wait, let's set the scene. That's better. Everyday people like you and me have been known to go about normal life only to be interrupted by ghostly visions and even monsters.
One rainy night in 1958, a man named Charles Wetzel was driving home along Main Street in the city of Riverside. As he approached the Santa Ana River, he slowed down. Just then, a dark figure jumped in front of his car. He described the creature as something not human, with scales like leaves and a round head with no ears. Its eyes glowed in the night as it clawed at the windshield of his car.
Charles hit the gas. Running the monster over, he reported the incident to the police, who later revealed to the reporters that the only real evidence of this creature's existence was the clawed windshield of Charles Wetzel's car.
Travel down to Temecula, where you'll discover locals have their own unexplained experiences. These stories are so plentiful, they inspire their own Facebook group, Temecula Talk Paranormal. Many occurrences seem to happen around southeast Temecula Valley, the site of the Temecula Massacre.
The massacre is the biggest story on Temecula Talk Paranormal. Everyone's always talking about that.
The Temecula Massacre was a tragic event in 1847, involving a fight between the Cahuilla and Luiseno Indians, resulting in the death of about 38 to 40 Luiseno lives. The burial grounds remain today in the parking lot of Vail Ranch Plaza.
There are a lot of sightings in Vail Ranch. The people that work in the stores report sightings, noises, people walking downstairs, turning around, no one's there, their names being called, going to the actual burial ground. People have reported EVPs, actually even a post that showed a picture of a sighting of a ghost. Sightings are the Red Hawk area, people talking about things moving in the house, seeing someone walking on their cameras, orbs, of course. I think the scariest one was what looked like a baby monitor, like she took her grandson out of the crib, but it looked like the baby was still in the crib, but it wasn't her grandson.
These stories inspire me to go ghost hunting myself. I head over to Handmade, where we find the perfect place to do some paranormal investigating. I'm here at the historic Handmade Theater, where William Martin constructed this building in 1921. After his original design was destroyed in an earthquake 5 years earlier, it's still a functioning theater to this day, preserving a bit of history and even some spirits from the past. Let's go check it out. I invited paranormal investigators, Handmade ghost hunters, to join me, since they're very familiar with the strange occurrences that happen here.
About 5 years ago, I talked to one of the people that runs the Handmade Theater, and he asked us to come and investigate because they were having so much activity. It's haunted for sure.
Well, we've had a lot of different experiences here, some really good stories. One of my favorite ones is we were upstairs investigating Mr. Martin's office, and we got to communicate with what seemed like a little girl. Child. We were getting direct answers and recording a voice upstairs.
One of our investigations where we bring the public along to investigate with us, one of the investigators caught a picture of someone sitting in this chair. It looked to be like a male sitting here just watching us.
There's a left-hand doorway coming in the theater that heads backstage. There's been a lot of reports of people being shoved or being touched as they're walking through this doorway. There's also been reports of the original owner, Mr. Martin, being sighted walking around the stage, around the back area, and some people mentioned the smell of cigar smoke.
If you want to uncover a bit of history and discover your own ghost stories, check out all the spooky places Spirit of Innovation has visited, such as the Patterson House in Winchester, Downtown Bookstore in the city of Riverside, and the Chimes Building in Lake Elsinore. Maybe something unusual will pop up.
If you have a ghost story to tell, we want to know. Share it on our Facebook page. And if you want to channel your inner ghost hunter, Handmade Ghost Hunters invites the public to participate in investigations around Halloween and Day of the Dead. Check out our website for more information about their spooky events. In last month's episode of Spirit of Innovation, we reported how shortages are currently affecting the supply chain and that handmade holiday gifts might help this year with your gift giving. JDS Creative Academy intern Aaron Porras is here to show Spirit of Innovation reporter J.K. Weldon a selection of gift ideas that are easy to make, fun to give, and put the spirit back into the gift of giving.
Thanks, Mia. And wow, Aaron, these are all handmade?
Yeah, and they're very easy to do.
Well, I'll have to trust you on that because I am not as crafty as you are. All right, so what do we have first over here?
All right, these are teacup candles.
They look like you bought these at the store.
Yeah, aren't they pretty? They're teacups we found at a thrift store, and then we filled them with candle wax and scent.
Nice, nice. And now I see we have the theme continued here with some teaspoons.
Yeah, these are teaspoons that we also found at a thrift store. We poured melted chocolate and sprinkled it with coconut and nuts.
Oh, okay, so like dipping in hot drinks and like coffee and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, or just dip it in hot milk to make hot chocolate.
That sounds delicious. Now I see here, this is intriguing, a gingerbread cookie scrub. That sounds like something I can eat.
No, it's a shower scrub. It's made with coconut oil, brown sugar, ginger, and spices.
Nice.
Your skin will feel really soft after using it.
Now, it smells like an actual gingerbread cookie. And just a note to myself, I cannot eat it. All right. Now, I see we have something here. Looks like something for plant lovers?
Yeah, aren't these clay pots unique? We got this look by dripping paint on them.
See, that's really creative. That's cool.
Yeah, and they don't have to be just for plants. We put candy in this cute little one right here.
Ah, okay, see, that's perfect for like Halloween and stuff, and put candy. Oh,
Yes.
that's a really good idea. Let's see. And, oh, I see. Now, what is this?
Oh yeah, this is a clay-covered decanter.
I see, when I think a decanter, I think of wine.
Yeah, anything really, wine, water. Yeah, you start with the glass bottle that you might already have at home, then cover it with air-dry clay, which we painted with acrylic paint.
That looks very, very cool. Good job, Aaron.
Thank you.
Handmade gifts are really meaningful, and you've shown us that they can be unique and beautiful as well. Back to you, Mia.
Thank you, Aaron and JK. We have detailed instructions on our website so that you can make these gifts for the lucky people on your holiday list. Now it's time for the Good to Know, where we share community events, heartwarming news, and general good to know topics and information. Here again is JDS Creative Academy intern Aaron Porras to help me share the info.
Thanks, Mia. Next time you're in Temecula's Old Town, you want to stop by Sam Hicks Memorial Park to check out the new student mural. The temporary public art piece celebrates National Hispanic Heritage Month and is presented by the Student Art Mural Project, which provides space for new artists to showcase their work. Do you struggle with keeping up with the latest tech? If so, you can head over to the Temecula Public Library on the first Tuesday of each month, where the Teens Teaching Tech program offers one-on-one tech tutoring for free. And if you like gardening, be sure to stop by the Murrieta Library where you can pick up a variety of seeds for free to use in your own garden.
What's better than a fall festival? How about a fall festival that supports a good cause? Rebirth Homes hosts their annual festival fundraiser this evening at the Grove Community Church in Riverside. Proceeds help Rebirth Homes provide residential services and healing to survivors of human trafficking. Last week, the giving organization 100 Women Who Care selected Rebirth Homes as their quarterly award recipient. Each member of 100 Women Who Care will donate $100 to this worthy organization.
Halloween is coming up, and there are a full variety of spooktacular events this week to enjoy. On Friday, October 29th, Menifee Church holds their first annual trunk or treat at the Boys and Girls Club of Menifee Valley, where little goblins can feast on candy while their parents vote for the best decorated car trunk. Attendees are encouraged to bring donations of canned food, which go to a local food pantry.
You'll also want to stop by JDS Creative Academy Haunted Studio this weekend. Actors, set designers, costume creators, and dozens of volunteers have turned our entire building into a giant haunted house. Here's a preview.
For 2 nights on October 29th and 30th, join us for a night of fright at our Haunted Studio fundraiser. Get tricked by our daunting mazes, or treat yourself to our bake sale. It's $5 at the door. Bring your whole family for a night of fun.
Your $5 entry donation and our bake sale proceeds go toward scholarships, supporting all those who want to explore the arts. This year, JDSCA has given over $5,000 in arts scholarships, and with your help, we hope to do even more. So come on down and say hi. I'd love to meet you.
On Halloween Day, the outlets in Lake Elsinore host a free fantastic event. Stop by for trick-or-treating, crafts, and more. Then on Halloween night, Reading Cinemas in Murrieta presents the classic creepy film Psycho. What a great way to get yourself into the scare zone.
As our area continues to bounce back from the COVID shutdown, more job seekers are entering the workforce. On November 10th, the Temecula Valley Premier Job Fair, held at the Promenade Mall, will provide great opportunities for business-seeking employees, as well as job seekers in the Temecula Valley. Veterans Day is Thursday, November 11th. You can honor our veterans by referring those who missed graduating from high school to the Riverside County Office of Education. Their Operation Recognition Program provides diplomas to those whose education was cut short due to their service during wartime. Posthumous referrals are also accepted. You can also celebrate our community heroes at Murrieta's Rotary Club's 13th Annual Field of Honor. Stop by Town Square Park November 6th through the 13th and walk among the American flags, honoring those who served or are serving in the armed forces, law enforcement, and as first responders. And to all the heroes out there, we here at Spirit of Innovation thank you for your service.
On November 20th and 21st, you can immerse yourself in history at the Marching Through History Expo held at Norco's George Ingalls Equestrian Event Center. Chat with specialists portraying historical figures such as George and Martha Washington, Harriet Tubman, and General Lee. Check out the Spirit of Innovation website to learn more and find links to all the good to know happenings we just mentioned in our show.
Thank you for joining us for this episode of Spirit of Innovation. You can find Spirit of Innovation on Rivco TV, local Murrieta and Temecula stations, and YouTube. Be sure to follow us on social media using the hashtag JDSFamily to keep up with everything that's happening here in the studio and in Riverside County. Don't miss the SOI training crew on radio station 102.5 The Vine with the JDS Creative Academy Community Spotlight 7 days a week. Also, tune into YouTube at SOI_news for weekly updates by the SOI training crew. We love hearing from you. Let us know if there's a Riverside County issue or an event that you want us to cover or have feedback about. And remember to stop by JDS Creative Academy's Haunted Studio this Friday and Saturday. I promise it'll be a scary fun time and you're supporting a great cause. This has been a fun episode of Spirit of Innovation to kick off my first official hosting duties. Keep an eye out for our new episode on November 23rd. You know I'll be here. Thanks for watching. I'm Mia Dignan.
And I'm Erin Flores.
SOI out.